Kiel, Portsmouth, Cartagena, Nice and Genoa. Only the journey to Boka Bay remains on the 4,500-mile Ocean Race Europe. With 4 dramatic legs of 2025 Ocean Race Europe down, the points accumulated on the leaderboard are yet to determine a winner.
Protest!
Biotherm, led by Paul Meyer, stand on the precipice of an overall victory, and with a 12-point gap to second, it's now theirs to lose. But there are still 16 points available to turn the tide. 2 points for first to the scoring gate, 7 for a top spot on leg 5, and the final coastal race on the 20th of September in Boka Bay also offers 7 points for first place, enough to wipe out the 12-point lead. After finishing third in Genoa are the mighty Biotherm showing a chink in their armour. If Paprika Care, currently in second, or Wholesome PRB in third, do manage to turn the tables, it will go down amongst one of the greatest comebacks in professional sport. And why not? Overcoming adversity has been the theme in this edition of the Ocean Race Europe. Wholesome PRB and Alagrande Mapei Racing's collision in the first minutes of the competition sidelined them both with race-ending damage. But determined not to waste months of preparation, the teams managed to rejoin in Portsmouth and since then have raced back into podium contention. The icing on this story coming on leg 4 when Italian Ambrosio Beccaria skippered Alagrande Mapei Racing to a dream win in front of the sailing Tifosi in the Gulf of Genoa.
This is my bar in Genova. No, I'm not joking, yeah? This is my bar in Genova. When I lived here, I was coming here every morning. Un cappuccino e un pezzo di focaccia bianca. This is my mom. My mom, they are always very present at the start of race that counts, and they, even if they really don't know the difference between a boom and a mast, they have always been very, very supportive to me, and for sure, without their love, and I mean, I always thank them because if today I feel that I am able to sail alone the Atlantic, it's because of their support and their love. This is like 1 minute after the start of Alagrande Mapei project, and it's already ended. I was destroyed. I didn't do nothing to recover. I think I was just living a big trauma, and I wasn't able to do it alone. When I come back to the pontoon, I feel ashamed because I destroyed the boat, and it's the first thing not to do is to hit somebody else, And I feel ashamed, and then everybody makes me feel more comfortable about that. And the sponsor was unbelievable because I feel so much pressure about that, because 1 minute after of the start of the project, it was I did my biggest mistake in my career, so I feel very bad. And they always makes me feel like it happens. Don't worry, we are here. It's a long project. Go ahead. So we found out that we are a very strong team, super united. Without the accident, I wouldn't be able to win the leg in Genova.
Ale. Ah, si piazza! Ah, che ti piace! Andiamo! Bravo!
That was a big moment. We were able to sail very well, even the condition was quite hard. It was a quite intense moment, and I was super emotional. I was really proud of what the team was able to do. I was so happy that we were able to do it here in Genova from, let's say, a part of my passion is born. I was so happy to win that here because it creates even more connection with all these people. It was a way to thank also the movement of sailing here in Italy that I abandoned a little. I'm living in France now, so sometimes I miss living here, and I miss also sailing here. The first leg of the ocean race was a fail, and then we are here and everything is super happy. But let's say that I'm proud of embrace this kind of life where you can feel fear, but you don't let the fear rule your life.
After 4 weeks of intense racing with little rest between legs, the final stretch of the 2025 Ocean Race Europe from Genoa in Italy to Boka Bay in Montenegro is about to get underway. The longest so far, both in terms of distance and time to complete, Leg 5 is the battleground where it will all play out. On paper, the 1,600-mile race looks like the dream holiday cruise. Heading out into the Mediterranean and passing west of Corsica and Sardinia, the route takes the competitors along the coast of Sicily, across the Ionian Sea towards Greece, before finally heading north into the Adriatic and finishing in Montenegro's Boka Bay. And with extremely light winds forecast for the first 2 days of the leg, cruising may be the only option.
The first 2.5 days are for sure going to be very, very intense.
I'm really curious what's gonna happen and what the teams choose to go for. Either to go close to the shore or to go a little bit more offshore to go for the breeze.
I suspect the race might be decided right at the start. With those who go offshore, those who stay inshore, and we will see.
The scoring gate, which has never been so far from the start, it's 240 miles out. That's going to take us between 2 and 3 days to get there. So you really do want to score those points because they do help in the end.
The scoring gate, 240 miles south of the start, is critical, as the 2 points for first through are vital in the bid to stop biotherm. Paul Mea's team have been first to every scoring gate so far, and if they pull it off again, it would be game over.
I don't want to think about the trophy now. We have still 8 days to race. Trophy is in Boka Bay and it's not done.
Paul Mea would be wise not to count his unhatched chickens, but Johan Richomme of Paprika and Wholesome PRB's Rosie Kuiper are acutely aware that their chances of catching the leaders are slim.
To win the race would take like a really big mistake on the part of Biotherm, basically being last in the last 2 legs. We're in a fight with the whole team, that's for sure. We're only 2 points ahead of them. That's going to be a hard one to manage.
We're gonna give everything to fight for the second place in this race. We're gonna go for it.
Recent winners Allegrande Mappi are the in-form team currently. Their home win into Genoa moved them up to 4th on the overall leaderboard, bumping struggling Milizia into 5th.
Now it's easier to sail because we just won a leg. And so, yeah, for us it's easier to go and have fun and try to win the next one.
The fleet is so damn strong that despite all our efforts, we didn't manage to a podium yet. Now this one, I really need a podium to be happy. We never gave up, that's for sure.
Towards the bottom of the leaderboard, Scott Scheuer's fledgling team Be Water Positive are achieving what they set out to do with their campaign and will be looking to build on their best place finish of 5th on the previous leg.
Leg 4 was just fantastic for us, beating 2 boats. For the first time, we came into it as a learning experience, and we're just going to try and get the best result we possibly can in this leg.
Another new outfit, Team Amala, are being guided by Alan Rura, who's not only learning how to skipper a team after a career as solo racer, but also using his campaign to reinvigorate the Amoca class by giving young talent the opportunity to compete at the highest level in professional offshore racing.
On est les plus rapides si tu veux savoir. On est les plus rapides, mais de loin quoi. De 0,1 nœud. Tu vois.
We're used to taking whatever comes, and frankly, it's a little bit frustrating because not much is coming for this leg. It is going to be an absolute driftathon, certainly for the first 48 hours, and I am pulling my hair out trying to sort out this navigation and figure out exactly how we're going to take on this very, very challenging leg. So the way that we manage that uncertainty on board the boat is that we download lots of different weather models, and then we correlate that with the conditions that we see when we look outside these the windows. And so it's constantly connecting the theoretical, what is modeled by the weather forecast, with the conditions that we actually have, and that allows us to figure out the best way to go. The challenge that we have in front of us is that there is a bubble of no wind at all in the Bay of Genoa, and indeed over the north part of Corsica. For the first part, it is blue, or even worse, purple. And purple is no bueno, my friends. It is no wind at all. These kind of conditions are great if you're chilling at the beach, less so if you're trying to go fast on an ocean racing boat.
We are passing Canada. Ciao, ciao, Canada. See you in Boka Bay. Ciao.
Slower than snails. It's that swimming speed race. It's a race to the coast to get the breeze that will be dropping down the mountains tonight when it all cools down.
Nico is happy where we're heading, right, Nico?
We will see in a few hours,
Yeah.
if I am happy.
Basically, we're all sailing toward the same objective, so you try to avoid wind shadow from the other boat, but it's really hard. So we've just been rolled by Bioterm, but actually we haven't been so much affected in terms of boat speed, and now we're trying to stay in pace with Holcim just right behind us, and in front, Paprec. And Malizia is really tough. It's the closest boat inshore and it's really slow.
Carlos is waiting for the wind. I told to Carlos, don't wait too much because there is nothing to come, I think.
He's not booked. The wind is not booked.
Christmas is far away. Huh? 4 months to go to Christmas.
I wait for the stars.
They will come soon. Carlos is waiting for the wind and you are waiting for the stars.
Là, coucou toi là. Regarde ça là. C'est beau.
Il y a Mbappé qui choisit une option un peu plus à la côte là, non?
Pour 200 mètres si tu veux, 200 mètres plus à la côte.
Mais à l'échelle du départ quoi, l'échelle de la course maintenant.
Courses, ouais. C'est plus à la côte. Ouais.
Et ça va être long comme ça. Et puis par contre c'est très agréable. Que la dernière fois qu'on est venu il y avait quand même de la mer. Et sur l'étape d'avant là, et ça secouait dans le Fimbay, c'était pas très agréable alors que là au moins, peut-être pas beaucoup de vent mais au moins on avance et on se fait pas remuer.
Et là on vit à l'avant du bateau.
Et là on vit dans les traves, ouais. On est du bateau pour lui lever les fesses.
We are just trying to get some speed to pass Bioterm. Well, it's gonna be a long race, of course. we are happy with this moment because we are doing 2 knots of speed, and he's at 1 knot, and well, we are doing good on our trimming and.
Position-wise, we are not doing bad, but the wind completely shut down, and as expected. I mean, that's not news, but we will have a bit of this. Just trying to point to the right direction, pointing west, and hopefully catching some land breeze tonight.
That's it. Best pressure we've had. Right here. This is it, guys.
We have a plan right now to stay quite low in the space because there's supposed to be more breeze on the coast for this evening, where it's really not going to be that much windier than this. So goal is to stay low as possible. Doesn't look that great, like, you know, in relation to the fleet, but I trust Will a lot. So if he says go low, we go low.
20, 25 or so.
In the last leg, I thought if we just had flat sea, it would be enjoyable. And now we have this flat sea, and we are moving forward in 1 knot of wind. It feels actually quite enjoyable. Maybe 2 knots now.
So fast.
It is now about getting to a new path first.
C'est quoi la petite stratégie de ce soir?
On va essayer de suivre le trait de côte, garder un petit peu la fin de thermique. Il y a un moment, c'est à peu près sûr que ça va foirer, mais et après récupérer petit thermique de nuit au ras de la côte. Peut-être. On va essayer de faire ça. Un peu le piège du début de parcours là. C'est sortir du golfe de Gênes. Après, ça devrait dérouler. Une stratégie un peu plus claire. Hein. Là, c'est un début de course un peu lent.
In the shadow of a blood moon lunar eclipse, the fleet spend the night drifting in the opposite direction to the finish line in Boka Bay, and with fickle winds out in the Mediterranean, all the teams have opted to sail southwest, close to the French coast, to try and take advantage of the only thing they can be fairly certain of: a land breeze coming off the continent as the coolness of night sets in.
Can you have sheet on J0, please? So we're kind of creeping down the coast here, in little pockets of wind, and it's a bit kind of like wacky races. Sometimes you take off, sometimes you don't, sometimes you're going higher.
Where are these pockets of wind coming from?
So it's a thermal effect. It's been really hot here, and at night time the air cools and it gets heavier, and it kind of tumbles down the valleys and out to sea, and we're making the most of that effect.
So what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to put the lattice, the button, on the good side. If you look at the front, look at the top. If you look at the top. Okay, are you ready?
touched.
Did you make it?
I don't think so.
T'as réussi.
Don't look at the front. No.
Boy, there's an ice cream boat. Yeah, with a fresh Coca-Cola as well. Hey, are we allowed to buy an ice cream? I don't think so. I don't think we're allowed. Oh. No, he's gone. Oh.
Just thought he would try and sell some ice cream stuff.
No, I think he is fan of the race. He said like, go, go. We have the same in the Netherlands, but they sell pizza on the water.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You see the branch on your bow? Yeah, okay.
I think we can just take a look at it right now. You can kind of see it better.
I would do a 360 with it.
Yeah.
And see if we can
You
untwist.
first want to try go and shoot in the wind and go backwards, and then if that doesn't work, you lose the boat, and then you drive on, take on it, crash take on it.
Exactly, yeah.
Unfortunately, we hit a little log. There's been a lot of thunderstorm and rain in the last week and a half, so we have a lot of debris on the water. And we got one that was kind of like a V shape. So I guess it kind of got stuck in the keel. Like we thought it was a fishing net, but it was actually a tree in the ocean.
As gorgeous as sunrise on day 2 of racing is, the speeds are excruciating, and 24 hours after the start in Genoa, the fleet have only sailed 100 miles at an average speed of 4.7 nautical miles per hour. For state-of-the-art IMOCAs that are capable of unfathomable speeds over the water, this is torture. Still 100 nautical miles from the scoring gate, Paprika Arkea, who need the points more than most, are leading by 3 miles over Biotherm and Allegrande Mappy. But in this lottery of temperamental conditions, anything could happen. And as they finally decide to break free of the apron strings of the French Riviera at Saint-Tropez, the sun is already setting on day 2 of racing. Be sure not to miss the Ocean Race Europe Onboard this Friday when, wind permitting, we discover whether Paprika Arkea or Wholesome PRB can pit Biotherm to the scoring gate and keep their slim hope of turning the tables on the race dominators. And with 1,400 miles of racing left to Boka Bay in Montenegro, the final leg of the Ocean Race Europe is far from over.